There are some strange people in this world, and sometimes those people go on to make anime. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we are counting down our picks for the top 10 WTF anime storylines.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
For this list, we'll be looking at contained plots as well as overall premises in anime that left us wondering what we were doing with our lives. Things are about to get weird, people. You have been warned. I'm Todd Haberkorn, a man who has saved turtles crossing the road, eaten kangaroo back when I ate meat, and was Mr. Knickerbocker alongside Barney. I know weird. Number 10, Twitter War. Mr. Tonegawa, Middle Management Blues.
Oi, Nakata! Omae kore maketoru janai ka!
As we're all aware, a single tweet can mean the difference between life and death, even for a massive corporation like Teiya. After being informed that they're getting roasted online, Tonegawa decides to fight back in the only way he can think of. Perfect his Twitter game until he's got enough clout to match his anonymous nemesis.
大草原と書いて大笑いと。
ネットスラングも使いこなせるほどに。
He soon discovers that the perpetrator is actually the disgruntled former Teiya employee, Ibitani, who after getting caught is promptly thrown in a cage and forced to run the company Twitter.
これは提愛公式ツイッターのログインアドレスとパスワードだ。
Considering his boss is known for burning people alive as opposed to firing them, this is one war Tonegawa couldn't afford to lose.
積み上げろ。1ツイートずつ。
Number 9, all of it. The Quasar of Stigmata.
Tulip.
We're sure that buried far beneath the central perverted themes of this series, there exists the seedling of a decent enough action blockbuster. However, in order to find it, you have to wade through the antics of a cross-dressing Russian boy named Sasha as he battles against the sexually sadistic denizens of a prestigious academy. Thankfully, he's got a secret weapon. He gains inhuman powers whenever he drinks breast milk, which the female cast apparently have in abundance. And I'm clocking out. Hashtag feeding time. Number 8, Undead Idols. Zombieland Saga. While we can't argue with the results or the emotional complexity of its cast, who in their right mind thought that gathering the reanimated corpses of young idols to create a supergroup in order to save a financially struggling prefecture was a good idea? Actually, saying that, it kind of does sound like a good idea. Apparently, this former makeup artist, who in any other series would be facing a multitude of criminal charges, they thought it up. The comedy and charm behind the show manages to outweigh the weirdness of his so-called master plan. But seriously, what was this guy thinking? Do you know how easily this could have become Resident Evil instead? Number 7, Jesus and Buddha, roommates. Saint Young Men.
なんだろう、私たち怪しまれてる？ちょっと声が大きかったかな。
So the divine figures of Christianity and Buddhism share an apartment together. That's not a joke, that's the premise of the whole series, and it's just as awesome as it sounds. While it presents itself as just your regular slice of life show, it's still hard to get over how we're watching the dude who turns water into wine and the enlightened one just go shopping in modern Japanese society.
大根がスーパーの特売より安いのですよ。たった10円じゃない。11円ですよ。
The whole thing is pretty uneventful, but just about the most wholesome thing you'll ever watch.
誰ぞに手引きされたんか。
いや、私の復活はただ父が望まれたので。
Number 6, Twin Tail Fetish. Gonna be the Twin Tail. While this isn't the first gender-bending comedy that anime has ever thrown our way, it might just be the weirdest one due to its obsession with a certain hairstyle.
Wow! Talk about an amazing set of twin tails. Wait, that voice! Is that really me?
You've got standard student A, resident protagonist and all-around nice guy, has a twin tail fetish. He's given the task of defending the planet from invading aliens, led by generic Overlord B, resident antagonist who lives to conquer. Also has a twin tail fetish.
Listen up, everyone. Our search for the ultimate twin tail has finally come to an end.
Despite having all the tropes of a standard magical girl action romp, its unadulterated lust for hair always manages to add just the right amount of creepy to the mix. Yay.
Still the twin tail attribute too. The chief will be.
Number 5, Dating My Right Hand, Midori Days. It's your classic love story. A shy girl pines for the misunderstood bad boy from afar, only to wake up one day and discover she has taken the place of his right hand.
I've had a crush on you for the longest time, Seiji.
A crush?
I'm sorry, what? Well, the so-called mad dog of Sakuradomon High finds himself robbed of his legendary right hook, and instead has to go through his days with this new challenge.
Are you an idiot? You have to wear bandages or people are going to find out!
Even without the obvious connotations, it's still a little awkward to see this guy deal with love triangles and other social tightropes while developing feelings for the legless lady attached to his wrist.
Seiji!
Number 4, Pika what? Pokemon.
See, Pokemon magic is also a science as well. It gets its power from things involving Pokemon.
Before the likes of Ryan Reynolds was inhabiting the body of a Pikachu, we had this little head scratcher. After coming across a trainer well-versed in magic, which already raises so many questions, Ash gets himself transformed into the iconic electric mouse when a spell goes awry.
Is that really you, Ash?
What? Why are you guys looking at me like I've got 2 heads or something?
The rest of the episode pretty much follows the standard formula, but that doesn't take away from the fact that Ash spends the last couple of minutes playing around his Pikachu clone, to the point where we expect him to reject his human ancestry and embrace his new Poke existence.
Either way, this is one experience he'll never forget.
Number 3, Horse Girl Racing, Umamusume, Pretty Derby.
お名前なんて言うの？私、スペシャルウィークって言います。
It's official. Somebody's anthropomorphic fetish managed to get itself an anime adaptation. I guess we should be thankful for small mercies that this series revolves around girls with horse attributes racing against each other, as opposed to them carrying a bunch of jockeys around and getting whipped. Don't worry though, if you've been after that one series that balances the heartfelt dreams of its cast with the occasional squeezing of flanks by random strangers, then you're in for a good time. You heard it straight from the horse's mouth. I couldn't resist. Number 2, Ninja Ostrich, Naruto Shippuden.
Listen quietly now, and I'll tell you of my tale with Naruto.
If you're ever in need of measuring just how low filler episodes can go in terms of quality, then look no further than the time Naruto and his buddies got their asses handed to them by a ninja ostrich. That's a good band name.
I'm coming for you, Naruto!
Bring it! Wait! Did you just talk?
Look, we're all good with giant frogs, sand demons, and even a 9-tailed fox, because they at least have something to do with the main plot. We draw the line at some old-ass bird that serves no other purpose than to stagnate the series even further. And again, why an ostrich?
That bird is all your responsibility!
Number 1, a samurai coffee machine falls in love with a human female. Coffee samurai. Well, points for creativity? It's not every day that a show decides to take the reincarnation trope in a direction that could only have come from downing way too much jitter juice. Following his harrowing death, a samurai wishes to be brought back in another life with a body of unbreakable steel, only for fate to dick him over by turning him into a coffee machine forced to battle other samurai who have been resurrected as equally confusing appliances. Can it get weirder? Of course it can. After a random girl pops a cup of joe out of him, the walking vendor becomes totally smitten, paving the way for a relationship that gets stranger the more you think about it. Stop thinking about it.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.